What it do? Bad Sound Crew. Hey man, listen, today I'm here to talk about the recently announced UFC Paramount deal. I waited a couple of days. I'm not just being lazy, okay? I'm not on that Shavkat Rakhmonov schedule. I am genuinely wanting to leave this for a couple of days, and now I'm ready to talk about all of the things that I like about this, all the things I don't like about this, maybe clear up some misconceptions for the average, listen, dude, I'm a leading voice in the MMA space, guys. I'm a serious fucking analyst. So I want to give you guys my take, my opinion, aka your take, your opinion on this. Like I said, the things that I like, there's also some things I want to rant about. The first thing I want to talk about, people are celebrating this shit like, oh, dang, dude, it just got cheaper, man. Goodbye, Stream East. We are getting off Stream East, blah, 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 blah. First of all, don't say we are getting off Stream East. You guys are getting off Stream East. I'm happy for you guys in America. No champions, by the way. No, not a single American fucking champion. I'm glad you guys get this shit for cheap. We still have to buy pay-per-views in Australia. I don't know what every other country's got going on, but in Australia, we still have to buy fucking pay-per-views. So I don't know what, and they're really expensive here as well. So I don't know why you guys are like celebrating. Oh yeah, we are leaving Stream East. No, you are leaving Stream East. Get out of the chat room. Get out of the fucking links. Stop slowing and lagging everything down. That is a positive and a negative. I mean, a negative is that I still have to pay for pay-per-views, which I do every single month, especially the ones headlined by women's fights and flyweight title fights. But American fans no longer have to pay for pay-per-views. This is a huge deal that now you're basically paying a once-a-month subscription that is going to be way fucking cheaper than buying ESPN Plus, Fight Pass, and the pay-per-view from ESPN Plus. Now you get every single UFC fight night and pay-per-view. There's still going to be numbered events, but they're just not going to be, you pay extra for these events. You get the same amount, and they're going to have a couple of cards, like big cards, like they said, like a big four kind of format on CBS. So these are going to be big, like mainstream cards. And all in all, I really like this. I'm actually really excited about this. I hope that this means we get better posters, we get better presentation. We get more hype, more mainstream attention on the sport. And one immediate positive that has come away from this is Dana White, Big Baldy White, has finally broken out the fucking checkbook and increased the bonuses following the Paramount deal. Now, this is like 7.7 billion that this company has fucking sold for, yeah. So now the bonuses, I believe it's going from 50K to 100K. I'm not reading fucking articles and shit. This ain't fucking Bloomberg, but this is a W. If money goes up for the fighters and it gets cheaper for the fans to watch, that is a good thing. That's not a controversial take. I'm really excited about this. And like I said, I hope that this means that we get more mainstream attention. We get more benefit from the UFC in terms of promoting things, hyping things up, putting a little bit more effort into the product now that they have more money into it. Maybe we get more promotion. We get more, bigger press conferences. We get, Dana White not promoting via going on IG. What's the question? Yeah, Tom Aspinall's fighting this weekend for the belt. Hopefully we get actual, promo put into these things now that they are going to a nationwide huge platform, $7.7 billion going into it. If we get all of this and listen, I'm hoping that the bonuses go up. I hope that fighters get paid more money, especially the highest level of the sport. I'm not saying that fucking unranked women's MMA fighters need to be making $1 million per fight. I'm just saying if the fucking champions could make like boxing level money or something close to it relative to what the UFC is making, that would be a good thing. Okay? But if we don't get any sort of change in terms of promotion, like we don't get better posters, we don't get Dana White getting off fucking Instagram live, power slap this weekend, I can't fucking wait, and we got the UFC as well. If that shit doesn't change, that's going to be a little bit disappointing, but I hope this does reinvigorate things. And another thing I want to talk about that I think is positive from everything the UFC seems to be looking forward to in 2026, like this has been put into it. They seem to be putting a bigger focus on like big, live events, getting rid of the Apex or changing the Apex. I think one thing that people are kind of hating on, but I actually think is a good thing, is the UFC Apex Expansion. You guys know that I hate the fucking Apex. Listen, I am not sitting here defending the Apex, and the sad part is there are literally people that do. There are people that post bullshit tweets. And I think this is one of the dumbest fucking arguments ever. People post these tweets and shit of like, oh, when there's good fights in the Apex, people complain. When there's bad fights in the Apex, people complain. We are not complaining about the fights, bruh. We're complaining about the fact that it's in front of 20 fucking people. Or Mark Zuckerberg rents out thing. Hey, and we go to Mark Zuckerberg. Mark, are you drinking coffee for this event? No. No, I wake up and fight people. You know, this boring fuck is sitting in a room with 30 people watching Mackenzie Dern. Why did he rent out an event just to watch Mackenzie Dern main event? I don't think I forgot about that, bruh. But this expansion, I think, is a good thing. And I'll lay it out to you why it's a good thing. Number one, we get a period where the Apex is being renovated. So we don't have to go to these Apex cards anymore. We get fight nights in front of crowds where people can actually build hype. A perfect example is Anthony Hernandez. He put on a fucking masterclass over the weekend. Literally one of the best simultaneous hate and love watches I've ever had in the MMA. Because not only do I hate Roman Dolidze and everything he stands for, which is just being a fluky fucking blockhead that just stands around at range menacingly, doing fucking nothing. And people are like, dude, Roman Dolidze is a nightmare for Hernandez, man. Dude, Roman Dolidze, like, he subs Hernandez, bro. I'm so glad that Anthony Hernandez just proved, no, you don't get to win. You don't get to be a top 10 middleweight just by standing around and having a fucking blockhead and rolling for leg locks. I'm glad that Anthony Hernandez, my fucking GOAT, went out there and put a beating on this guy. But that fight should have been in front of a crowd. The Tatsuro Taira card the weekend before should have been in front of a crowd. As soon as the Apex goes under renovation, we are no longer dealing with these cards where it's like they can just put whoever they want in there. And you get a couple of good fights and it's like, damn, I wish this was in front of a crowd. I wish people actually paid to go and see this. And we got some build up for these names that deserve it. So we're going to get a period of time where there's no Apex cards. We get actual banger fight nights in front of a crowd. They're always better with the energy of a crowd. I don't care what you say. There is a difference as a performer, as a fighter, when you're in front of 20 people and when you're in front of like 20,000 people. You can just see it on pay-per-views, bro. You could just see the difference in these fighters when they're in the Apex versus when they're in front of a crowd. It's totally fucking different. The hype is just different. And number two, when the Apex does get rebuilt, you can see here on the screen, they're trying to hold 5,000 to 10,000 fans in the Apex. I don't see a problem with this. This is a great idea. This solves literally everything we hate about the Apex, which is that they have 30 people in there. They're watching these fights. You can hear individual people being like, yeah, go Rose Namajunas. It sounds like UFC 5 fucking crowd chatter. And now that that's gone, we don't get these shitty cards where they can just put bad fights in there because they don't have to sell tickets, or they put these great fights in there, but there's no fans watching them, which is frustrating and fucking lame. That's why people complain about the Apex. It's not like, oh, they put good fights, they complain, they put bad fights, they complain. No. Put together cards that are worth watching in front of people that want to watch them. That's what we want. So now that the Apex is going to have 5,000 to 10,000 fans in it, you get rid of the, slap together women's MMA main event. Two marauders in the women's strawweight division going at it. Two blobs in the main event. Two random fat, like Augusto Sakai versus, who the fuck was it? Rosenstrike main eventing. You know what I mean? Two unranked lightweights in the co-main event. They either have to drop the frequency of the cards, which will increase the overall quality, or the near weekly cards will just get better. They'll put together good main events. They'll put together ranked fights on these Apex cards because now they have to sell tickets. Now they can't just slap together Miranda Maverick versus Rose Namajunas main event or some shit like that. Now they actually have to cook with these cards. So this is a fucking W. This is a W. This is what I'm saying. This deal is overall, I think, really, really good for the UFC. I think we're going to get more eyes on the sport. I think more money is going to go into the sport, which is good for the fighters. It's good for me as well. I'm a fucking YouTuber. I need that shit. I need the mainstream like increase in attention to MMA. That's good for me. That's good for anybody that talks about UFC for a living or anything like that. It's good for the fighters. The bonuses are going to go up. The overall pay structure, I think, is going to get better. They're going to get more famous being UFC fighters. And even the Apex is going to stop making this sport look like it's being pre-recorded from fucking 2020. If they add 5,000 to 10,000 fans, you will never hear me hate on the Apex again in my life. I swear to God, strike me dead. Take me today. Take my kids today. I'll go Kevin take my kids right now. Take them now. If I ever hate on the Apex again and they add 5,000 to 10,000 fans in there, You will never hear me say a bad word about. I'll be doing Apex videos every single week talking about these cards because the quality is going to go up of everything in the UFC. I think the promotion's going to get better. I hope it fucking does, or else I'm going to power slap Dana White's bald head off his shoulders, okay? And I love as well, I will say this, dude. I'm going to talk about this interview in a second. But there was a moment in the interview where the guy goes, so Dana, is power slap part of the deal? And he's like, no, they didn't even want power slap. It's like, oh, brother, who's going to fucking tell this guy? Who's going to fucking tell this guy? Dana White, what is the fucking obsession with power slap? I saw this video that allegedly it's like a money laundering scam. I'm just saying that is alleged, not by me, by somebody else. Don't sue me, Dana. But I don't know what this kid's talking about with power slap. I don't know what he probably came into the meeting. God bless, just fucking listen, kid. Yeah. The UFC, you want to buy the UFC? Listen, we could talk about it. What you really want to buy is fucking power slap. Listen, nobody slaps a fat guy like the dumpling kid. This kid's fucking badass. You gotta have him. And they're like, all right, sir, we just want to get the UFC deal. But overall, listen, we can hate on Dana White with the power slap shit. But if more money is going to the fighters and the Apex is finally getting fucking fans in it, I think that's a W. And one thing I am excited about as well, in this interview, Dana White looks literally 60. He looks like fucking mummified in this interview. I don't know what he's doing. But in this interview, he said that the UFC is going to hold like 4 big events per year. And people were kind of confused, like, oh my God, are we getting rid of fucking pay-per-views? Are we just doing 4 like numbered cards a year or whatever? It's not WWE, bro. We're not getting like Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Survivor Series. It's not on some shit like that. These cards, there's going to be 4 cards a year, similar to how we get UFC Noche, like the Sphere card. You know, you get the December pay-per-view, or you get the MSG card, you get International Fight Week, and there's one early in the year. Usually January is the one that they do in California or something like that. These 4 cards, they're going to be on CBS. They are going to be big, mainstream level cards. And this year, I think the first one is definitely going to be in January, like the launch of the Paramount UFC card. I think that they're going to do, something big in January. I think it's going to be Ilya Topuria on that debut card in January. I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to get Ilya, Tom Aspinall, Dricus du Plessis, or Khamzat Chimaev, whoever wins that. I know this is not going to happen, but can we just skip Imavov? Can we do Dricus versus Anthony Hernandez on that January card if he beats Khamzat? Or can we do Khamzat versus Hernandez on that January, debut card on Paramount? I think the big 4, it's going to include the card in January. And I also think, and I didn't want to make a video about this because I didn't want to address some fake bullshit, but I feel like this is now going to happen. Dude, they're doing a card at the fucking White House, dude. And let me tell you right now, let me tell you something, motherfucker. Let me tell you something. This card's gonna be dog shit, bruh. The fact that this is genuinely happening, I'm sorry. This is the this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. The UFC at the White House, bruh. I'm not gonna get political. I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna say shit about what I think about this from your fucking government running this shit. This is their focus. Frankly, this country needs a lot of things. The biggest thing we need Bo Nickel on the White House lawn. We need Bo Nickel on the card. We need him to fight Cody Brundage in a rematch. Great fight. We really need that. What a fight. Can't wait to see it. We need Michael Chandler on the card as well. Get him on the card. Get him in here. This is what the UFC is doing. I really feel like it's going to be the big 4 cards on CBS. It's going to be January. It's going to be the July 4th card on the fucking White House. And let me give you a prediction for this. I can't wait to do my bingo card for this pay-per-view because this is going to be a fucking shit show. This is what I'm going to tell you. This is the goofiest fucking shit ever. And I know that Dana White leading up to this is going to be like, what's the question? Yeah, this is going to be the most badass card of all time. This is going to be the greatest fucking fight card of all time. And then we're going to get it announced. Bo Nickel's on the main card for sure. Bo Nickel versus, I don't know, fucking Dustin Stoltzfus is going to open up the main card. We're going to get Michael Chandler versus Renato Moicano as the co-main event. And it's going to have a bunch of Contender Series debuts on the prelims. We're going to get random people you've never fucking heard of in your life, or you've seen them fight one time. They are just going to flood these It's probably just going to be a 10-fight card as well, like the Sphere event. And I promise you, it doesn't matter what the main event is. John Jones, you are not getting on this card. No one gives a fuck about you, right? Doesn't matter what the main event of this card. I love that Conor is now also mate. I'm telling you, bro. I need to get on the fucking White House car, yeah. I'm telling you, bro. Just spinning wheel kick Melania out. You know what I mean? Like, I can't wait to see this shit. But I know that we're just going to get so many cringy, awkward moments of like government officials reacting to UFC fight. Like, I can just see Marab jumping the cage and then Secret Service is like, get back, get on the fucking ground. Hey, get this fucking goblin out of here. He's like, hey, Mr. President, hey, President, I have to talk to you, bro. Hey, you have to, hey, thank you, bro. You save country, bro. Oh, man. This is going to be a fucking disaster. But it's going to be on cable. It's going to be a huge fucking event. And this is good for the UFC. This is good for the fans. We're going to get entertainment. We're going to get big cards. And all in all, I really enjoy it. I really like this. I think, like I said, the biggest thing for me is the financial side of it. Not for the UFC. I don't give a fuck about the UFC. But for the fans getting the sport way cheaper, that's a W. For the fighters getting more money in bonuses and in their base pay, that's a W, right? Obviously, I'm a little bit fucking mad that we in Australia still have to buy pay-per-views. And again, I don't know why you guys are oh man, we are leaving Stream East. Fuck that. You guys are leaving Stream East. Get off the apps. Get off the links. Let us fucking use it and enjoy it now. I don't want to see any of you guys in those fucking live chats where I do not participate, by the way. I just want to say I'm 6 foot. I don't participate in the live chats on those streams. But hopefully there's less lag for us, right? And all in all, I do like this. I think it's going to be beneficial for the sport. I think it's going to bring hype. It's going to bring buzz back. I think we're going to get more money, more attention pumped into the sport. I think Dana White is going to stop being fucking depressed on Instagram. He may seem to be actually enjoying his life again once this deal starts. The second that $7 billion hits this guy's bank account, I better see Dana White fucking oiled up on Instagram talking about, what's up, fight fans? We got a badass fight card this weekend. I better see world tour press conferences for Ilia Toporia's next fight. I better see Paddy Pimblett and Ilia Topuria at a fucking worldwide tour like Conor and Aldo. I better see Dricus du Plessis gaslighting someone in the streets of Africa in the build-up to his stadium fight title defense. That's what I better fucking see. Now that there's $7 billion pumped in the sport, the fighters better be getting more money. The promotion better be getting better. The legal links need to be working faster. And I think the Apex expansion is another great step into just increasing the quality of the product. That's the last thing I say. I hope that the overall production and quality of UFC pay-per-views goes up. Can we bring back walkouts, please? Can we bring back fucking hype packages before fights, please? Can we bring back face-to-face interviews and shit like that? These are little things that, I'm sorry, maybe I'm wrong. I don't feel like they will break the company's fucking budget. And I think they would increase the hype. Can we even get back like Face the Pain intros or something like that? I really feel like there's a lot of potential with this deal for people to get excited again about the sport. And for it not to just all be like Control-C, Control-V slop, which some of the ESPN cards have become lately. I think that's really what the problem is, that the ESPN deal was just structured like, you guys are just another random sport. We're just going to Control-C, Control-V. Everything is going to be the same. We don't care how many people are there. People are going to watch this. You know what I mean? I would love for some effort to go back into promoting the UFC and hyping things up and taking it to the next level now that we've got such a big viewership increase coming and probably a bigger interest, right? Because ESPN, in my opinion, just from the outside as a fan, ESPN is like, you're only interested in ESPN if you're like a sports fan. If you're on CBS or you're on CBS, Paramount Plus or whatever, you're not just a sports fan. You might just be a regular ass dude trying to watch Dexter or some shit, and you see UFC, you're like, fuck, I'll watch this. That's potential for the sport to get bigger, right? You see Ilia Topuria holding fucking Charles Oliveira, you're like, what is this? I want to watch more of this. Boom, you're a new fan. So my hope is generally that I think this is a good thing. I think it's going to turn out well for the UFC. I think it's going to turn out good for us, the fans, and for the fighters. I know that a couple of people are kind of like not sure if the fighters will get anything from it. Michael Chandler was literally doing fucking jumping jacks on Dana White's nuts on Ariel's interview. He's like, Conor McGregor, you got to come back to the White. Like, bro just went through all of his fucking emotes and he was wearing a Paramount t-shirt. So I don't know. Some people are glazing. Some people are defending it. I feel like it's overall a good thing. I hope that this means we get an increased product, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think this is a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing somehow? Let me know your opinion in the comments down below. What do you think the UFC is going to look like in 2026 with that January debut card, with the White House card. What do you guys think is going to happen with that shit? Like I said, I cannot fucking wait to do a bingo card video about this White House card. If this is a real thing, there's going to be so many awkward fucking cringy moments, dude. I can't wait, bro. But yeah, let me know your opinions in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I do have a new tier list coming tomorrow. The tier lists are back. This one is a banger. I'm really believing in this one. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate all the support lately, guys. I'll see you in the next video, man. Goodbye.